so I'm outside Tallaght Stadium here for this big Dublin derby between Shamrock Rovers and St Patrick's Athletic. Before we get into a quick preview, I just want to let you know what's happening here. So we're going to head into the Megastore, have a look, get some footage from inside there, and then I'll give people a look at the facilities and that as well, particularly for fans who are on the periphery and want an idea what it's like to go to an Irish League game. You know, Tallaght Stadium itself is only 10 years old. It's the biggest stadium in the country, club stadium in the country. Capacity is 8,200. Rovers have the most supporters in the country, and obviously the stadium is the biggest one in the country as well. Tallaght, lads, is a huge town. It's the biggest town in Dublin. Anyone interested in football, there's no excuse why they can't get down here and catch a couple of games. I guarantee it's better than watching football on the TV. It doesn't matter what the football is on the TV, it's a far better experience. At least give it a chance. Go to 2 or 3 games and experience it yourself. I guarantee you won't be disappointed with the whole experience. So that's a bit of advice I'd give to people. So quick preview in the game, lads. Obviously Shamrock Rovers are second in the league. They're 10 points off Dundalk with 6 games to go. They'll be trying to delay Dundalk's title celebrations for a little while yet. Jack Byrne, obviously a key man for them. He scored 8 goals this season. Came on for Ireland the other night and was very, very good for the Irish the other night. But they've other players as well. Aaron Green is their top scorer with 10 league goals this season. And you know, McAlelly out wide, very tricky customer. He scored 8 goals this season as well. Pats, on the other hand, you know, they're 5th in the league. They're going for that European spot. They're a couple of points off Bohemians in 3rd. Bows actually take on Derry, who are sandwiched in between, in 4th tonight up in the Brandywell. So tonight's games are huge. Pat's biggest problem has been hitting the back of the net this season. Drennan's their top scorer with 6 goals this season. Obviously Stephen O'Donnell's taken over and he's manager for the last 2 games, where they drew 0-0 at home to UCD in a frustrating game in Inchicore, and they won 2-1 up in Finn Harps. O'Donnell, I guess, can't be judged until next season. I'm expecting a tight contest tonight with not too many goals. Both teams played each other 3 times this season in the league. Rovers have won on each occasion, 2 1-0 wins and a 2-0 win. I think it'll be tight again. It's always difficult to see where Pats are going to get their goals from, because Drennan, I believe, is out tonight as well. So if I had to call it, I have to give it to Rovers again to beat Pats 4 times this season and nick it 1-0. So we'll see what happens. Right, lads, let's head into the Megastore. Right, lads, I'm in the Shamrock Rovers Megastore. Some home and away jerseys there. Shit. Some tops there. Very impressive stuff. If you want any Rovers gear, lads, this is the place to go, no doubt about that. Mugs there, flags, scarves, a whole lot. Beanies and hats. Memorabilia over here, which is pretty cool. Looks like John Giles. Some eateries there, guys. Coffee, tea, sweet, soft drinks, 4-star pizza. Hooper Diner. Get your burgers in there. And get your hot dogs over here. Just in case anyone had the perception that a programme from the League of Ireland was just a piece of paper or something. Well, here's the programme for tonight's game. Like a very glossy magazine. Shamrock Rovers Pats obviously there. Sorry about the wind, not an awful I can do that. Talking with Stephen Bradley, Shamrock Rovers manager. You've got poster boy Jack Byrne. You've got Tales from the East Stand. You've got a little write up on the opposition tonight, St Patrick's Athletic. Bit of advertisement, obviously. Bit of an interview with Daniel Laverty, Shamrock Rovers signing. FAI Cup 2009. Spotlighting the fan. Pretty nice feature there. You can see the squads of both teams. Nicely designed. Statistics from the game so far this season for Shamrock Rovers. And here we have, just try and get down that a bit, top scores in certain competitions, be it League, Europa, FAI Cup, total appearances in those competitions. Nice little information about some of the Rovers players, ages, sponsors, and all that kind of thing. Yeah, this one here, quick chat with Aaron Green, their top scorer this season, 13 goals overall. Shamrock Rovers players warming up there, guys. Pats fans not really in yet. We're still a bit away from kick-off, to be fair. That's the South Stand there, very impressive. And come across here, that's the West Stand where I'll be sitting. See, pitch in excellent condition. St Patrick's Athletic players on the far side. I think they're mascots just there, girls and boys. For kick-off here now, lads. Atmosphere very good. Pats fans a full voice, Rovers fans a full voice. This is what you want. Alright lads, half time here. It's Shamrock Rovers 0, St Patrick's Athletic 0. It's fucking freezing, so I've got my hoodie on after a great day today. First 20 minutes, St Patrick's Athletic pretty much dominated the game. They passed the ball around very well. They played with a bit more tempo than Shamrock Rovers. Manis was forced to make two very good saves inside those first 20 minutes for Shamrock Rovers. For the rest of the half, more or less 50-50. Rovers a little bit more possession than they had in the first 20, but not really penetrating. That said, the first save from Brendan Clark late in the half Maybe it's a sign things come in the second half. From Rovers' point of view, they definitely need to up the tempo here. Pats will be the happier going in at half time, there's no doubt about it. Rhys McCabe actually went off injured after 39 minutes for Pats, and Forrester's come on for Pats. Be interesting to see how he does. But Dylan Watts, Greg Bulger and Jack Byrne probably came into it more in the last 15 minutes or so for Shamrock Rovers to give them a bit of a stranglehold in the field. I felt in the first 20 minutes Darren Markey was excellent for Pats. He can control things, and Pats just passed the ball generally better. So yeah, 0-0 at half time. We'll see what happens in the second half. Cheers. So that's it, game over. Finished Shamrock Rovers 0, St Patrick's Day 0. They said at half time Shamrock Rovers need to up the tempo, and they did. Their passing was sharper, Jack Byrne came into it more, Pats probably sat back a little more as well. Having said that, most of their opportunities came from set pieces. They had half chances. Pats defended very, very well. Kieran Kelly in particular was very commanding at the back for St Patrick's Athletic. I knew it'd be tight. Pats, as I said, very good defensively as a team. They lack creativity though. Rovers, I believe Dundalk might have won the game tonight. I'm not too sure, I'll have to check that, but obviously Dundalk beat Shamrock Rovers on Monday, they win the league title. Decent game overall. Rovers definitely dominated the second half without creating brilliant opportunities. Jack Byrne, as I said, creating a lot of set pieces and that kind of thing. Drennan was actually back for Pats tonight, and going in the last few games he'll be a help for Pats, but they need more creativity. So that's it, lads, from Tallaght Stadium. Rovers 0, Pats 0, and I'll see you later. So lads, just home from the game now, fairly tired, but it's given me time to digest it basically. 0-0 as I said earlier on. You know, Pats definitely controlled that first half. Markey, in particular Rhys McCabe, were dominant actually over Watts, Bulger particularly, and Jack Byrne. McCabe going off injured may have made a difference in the second half when Shamrock Rovers basically dominated the ball. They did play with more tempo, and Jack Byrne started to come into it. Bulger was good as well. Forrester didn't make an impact for Pats, I must say. All in all, a draw. Overall, might have been a fair enough result. Both teams will say they could have nicked it, particularly the second half. Rovers will say that, but most of their opportunities came from set pieces and such like. The result, who'd be happier with the 0-0 draw? I think probably St. Pat's will be. Although Rovers didn't play like a team that believed that a win could realistically keep them in a title race. Rovers now will go to Dundalk on Monday. Dundalk won 1-0 tonight in the end away to Waterford. So a win for Dundalk on Monday will give them another title. I don't think Rovers will like to see that happen, but at the same time, it's inevitable Dundalk will win the league, and it's hard to see Rovers not having one eye in that cup game at Bohemians. For Pats, they'll be happy actually because Derry City drew 0-0 with Bohemians. At the Brandywell tonight. Keeps Bowles third, 2 points out of Pats and Derry City. Derry City do have a game in hand. I believe St. Pat's would play Derry and Bowles, so it's likely Pats will need at least 4 points from 6 in those fixtures. Can they do it? It's a difficult thing to say. Not a lot of goals tonight at all, actually. Cork City drew 0-0 at home to Finn Harps. Technically not a great result for Cork, but ultimately keeps them 7 points above Finn Harps, and Cork have a game in hand. Sligo Rovers won 2-0 away to UCD tonight. UCD all but relegated. And I think that was all the games tonight. Am I forgetting any? I'm not too sure. But obviously my chief focus was on the Rovers Pats game tonight. And look, it was a good experience. It was a decent game. There's some good tackles in the second half as well. Pats were very organised, as I said. Aaron Green struggled to make an impact for Rovers because he found it difficult to get in behind the St. Patrick's Leg defence. For Pats, I'd be delighted that Drennan was back. He led the line reasonably well. Service not the best from him, to be honest, though. But, there was a fairly good atmosphere at the game tonight too, and I showcased the Rovers Megastore, which is a fantastic Megastore. If you want any Rovers goodies, so to speak, there's the place to go and get it. The facilities, even at Tallaght, are fantastic. And hopefully, anyone who's a football fan can look at some of these vlogs and get their arse off the chair and go to some of these games. That's obviously ultimately, what you're hoping for. There's no reason why, most games shouldn't be sold out in reality. I mean, some grounds hold 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. There's no reason why most weeks they can't be sold out in this league. Capacity at Tallaght Stadium is 8,200 and it's the highest in the country. Right guys, so that's me gone. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll have more vlogs going forward. And we'll see you next time. Take it handy. Good luck.